These are showing a little better. I haven't been out here in a while, guys. I'm getting too old for this crap. Yes, I am. Today is, what is today? Today is, oh my goodness, today's Wednesday already. Oh, and I'll tell you what, I am just about recuperated. Recoup, the coop. I had a busy end of the week and a busy weekend and a busy beginning of the week. And I didn't have a chance to really catch up. Normally I would say an average person would have no issues with this. But, you know, with me not doing as much as I used to do, I try to keep active every day. But I don't know, I think it's the weather. It just kept me down. You know, I mean, it's just like, oh man, you don't want to do anything, you know, and you start to just fall into a slump, you know, and I just couldn't get motivated. But anyway, I even forgot what I did on Friday, but Saturday we had an all-day training event. And I'm sure they do this in your neighborhoods with your departments. There's a house that's basically going to be torn down. It was either condemned for one reason or another, or the eminent domain or whatever. Right next door there's a community house, and they're remodeling and things like that, so I think this house is going to be part of the parking facility, or they need X amount of room between the building and the next property line, or whatever the case. I really don't know, I'm just speculating on that. However, the house is going to be torn down. So when they have these houses, they allow the fire departments to train with them, in them. You know, they go in, they axe through walls, you know, they cut through the roofs, you know, they put the smoke machine in there, you know, they play hide and seek, you know, search and rescue, and stuff like that. And they have sometimes other departments come in as well. So over the weekend we had two other towns as well as our town in this house, you know, for Saturday and Sunday from 8 in the morning till 5 at night. Well, I chose to get involved with the traffic. That's all I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. I just want to keep the traffic away from the scene and or people. And there was 5 of us, so we decided this is what we were going to do. Which was not a big deal. You know, we can make that decision. So we had done it. Well, Saturday it rained like hell all day. Now, I may have already told you this. Now, I had on my rain cap. The hell is that? Alright. I had on my rain cap. I had on my my waterproof boots, and I had on a full-length raincoat with all the safety markings and lettering and all that kind of crap on it, and gloves, and we're out there. Well, the gloves start to get soaking wet. They get so you can't even take them off anymore. You feel you're dry, until you get home, because you know you're kind of like sweating under this stuff, even though the temperature's a little on the low side. But you get home to find out that, okay, you're soaking wet. You know, and you go, how the hell did I get soaking wet? Well, what happens is it runs down sometimes the back of your cap, you know, and every time you lean your head one way or the other, the water, the rain, because it was coming down, it would look awful funny going up, but meanwhile it was coming down on this particular day, and it was going down the back of your neck, wetting your shirt all the way down, wetting your pants all the way down, going down your legs, into your socks, into your boots, and the next thing you know, every part of you is soaking wet. So that kind of took care of that day, and I mean that wore me out. You know, that's all there is to it. Sunday, we get there. It looks like it's going to be another one of those days. However, it wasn't raining, but it looked like it could have at any minute. I took the other end this time, and what I had done at that point was had everything with me in the van. Started out with a windbreaker on, and ended up in a t-shirt and a sunburn. You know, so again, you know, that wears you out, you know, because, you know, one extreme to the next. And then Monday, I haven't recuperated from that. You know, I come home, you know, at 6 o'clock, I lay on the couch and I just pass out. You know, I really do. I mean, it wears me out. I'm getting to where I really can't do as much as I used to do. However, it wore me out. So Monday, I had to get ready because I had to administer that training test that we have to do so many of them a year, otherwise we don't get our little bonuses, as well as so many calls a year. They call it stipend. And we fell way behind again because the captain, and I don't want to sound like I'm picking on him. I'm really not. He's a nice guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's the one that's supposed to be researching this. He's the one that's supposed to be giving and administering a class, you know, at least once a month, if not more. Once a month will not give us our points. We need like 2 a month at least to get close. And that's without any misses and a couple thrown in here and there. And he had done absolutely nothing. Now, last year, at the end of the year, he got called in, and they told him that on the sheet he has to explain more as to what the heck's being done. Now I'll show you what I mean by the sheet. I don't know if I have a blank here or not. Let me check. I didn't mean to walk away from you guys on the camera. Alright, well this has got some stuff filled in, so I'm going to have to cover some of this stuff here. So hold on a minute, guys. Do I have? No, I don't have a blank. Okay, there was names over here. I can't let you see the names. Basically, it's a training division sheet, training report. And our names are over here. Alright, we sign over here. And then we put down here if there was any damages to the equipment or injuries to ourselves. We sign it, and then there's a little footnote to go along with up here. Well, what was going on here is they have this sheet, and up here they had lines, and they would just write in that night what we were doing, because nobody had any idea until that night. So what they were writing in was training session, watch video, done. No footnotes, no nothing. So the chief called them in and said, listen, we need more of an explanation as to what you're doing in your training. So, and if you could make it a little bit more legible, because it's hard for them to read it sometimes, you know, and I understand both of those. So I took the sheet and I scanned it, and then I made a document out of it so we can type in what we need to do and what it is. So basically what I have here is that we had tested on a certain video, the video that we tested on's name, where it was found, the research that was done, you know, and what it was about. And on the footnotes, how everything went well, all understood, and after taking the written exam on it, all had passed. So that's what we have here, okay? Well, now some of the guys are saying, well, this isn't one of their documents. What is their document? All I did was scan it in, and we're typing it instead of writing it. But see, they're used to seeing lines to write on. Well, because there's no lines, there's a box, which makes it easier for typing, all right? That, to them, they say, oh, that's not the original copy. They're not going to accept that. Well, they have been accepting it. So, you know, so now I got to argue with them over this, as well as try to train them. The problem being is with a lot of them is they're just old timers and they don't understand change, and again, they don't like change. Now, even though they have nothing to do with that other than to sign it,